Destiny Bonnell's open marriage to Melina Goranson just ended. And can we just say that nobody is surprised by it? Can open marriages work? Should they even work? Join us as we try to understand the appeal of an open marriage, with Melina and Destiny as a case study, of course. Not wasting any time, we will get straight into it. Imagine texting this: I'll have a small convo when I'm back about things. I'm not going to nuke Melina or anything, but the last 2 months have been a massive mindfuck for me, watching her get obsessed with a toxic, abusive guy. These were Destiny's exact words in a leaked Discord chat that recently surfaced on the internet. In the same chat, Destiny followed this up with, "When I visited Sweden last, he gave Mel an ultimatum to divorce me and then threatened to kill himself when she didn't do it." Now, this is supposedly among 20 other toxic and abusive things that this guy has done. So by being married to the woman that this toxic, unnamed guy is in a relationship with, Destiny has finally had his fill of the mess. And he is walking out of the open marriage that he once praised and celebrated. Considering he once stated that they do not have a prenup, this might cost him a pretty penny. So what's the story here? Is this just another case that proves open marriages do not work? Well, before we get to an analysis, let us give you a little background. For those who don't know about Destiny and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Melina. Destiny is one of the most popular video gaming streamers around. If that was what you were into, you most likely gravitated towards his content. Notably, this was just out of the blue, so he started posting left-leaning and pretty much liberal content online. Nothing was off the table for him. He debated everyone about everything on the internet, which is quite impressive, honestly. Then there is Melina, who was also a pretty popular Twitch streamer, known mostly for content related to pools and hot tubs. Maybe it has helped that she typically wore skimpy clothes, but that's debatable. Anyway, Destiny and Melina got married back in 2021. Even before the marriage, Melina was already in an open relationship, and so it was something that Destiny had to submit to if he wanted to be with her. Now, people we have seen online have been more sympathetic to Destiny, which got us thinking about why. After some digging, we realized that Melina might just have been the problem all along. Divorces are hard, and unfortunately, a lot of people can relate to how difficult and destructive this is because they may either be divorced themselves, know someone who has been through it, or even come from a broken family. So a lot of people have picked Destiny as the victim in this sad story. And naturally, they will feel sorry for him. But of course, that does not apply to everyone. Some people seem more focused on all the times Destiny hopped on a podcast show to brag about his open marriage. One time, Destiny actually criticized people who could not handle open relationships. These people constantly commented on the red flags in his marriage, maybe out of concern, but Destiny only called them closed-minded and insecure. So is it understandable that this struck a nerve with some people and they simply cannot sympathize with him? We also realize that Melina, being the one to initiate the open relationship in the first place, is another reason why people feel sorry for Destiny now. Take the clip right here. This is Melina, clearly blushing over an Italian waiter somewhere in Rome. For context, she had just gotten married around the time this video was uploaded. Right from the start, it was clear that this woman did not take her marriage seriously. A lot of people picked up on this, but sadly, the last person to do so was her husband, Destiny. Even when they showed up to these podcasts together, you would clearly see some tension between them. You would often hear them go on about the reasons more people should adopt open relationships. Then, a minute later, they contradict themselves and explain how they fight because of their open relationship. We believe it is safe to say this divorce did not come as a shock to anybody who has been following the antics of this couple. Women typically crave companionship and stability. Some would even argue that it takes a very particular kind of woman to suggest an open relationship with a partner. But the truth is, whether it is a man or a woman, you should be wary if your partner tells you that they want an open relationship. Not to sound alarming, but there is a high chance that that said partner already has someone in mind. If you are not okay with having an open relationship, Do not give in to the idea. When you give up your self-respect to please a partner like that, they will not respect you, and they will keep putting you in bad situations. Self-respect might be what was lacking on Destiny's part. Against his better judgment, he stuck around for much longer than he should have. He probably also lacked the courage to let her go, so he let her do whatever she wanted and actually convinced himself that what he was doing was better and superior to a traditional relationship. Take this viral stream with ABBA. You can clearly see the intense discomfort on Destiny's face when ABBA starts dancing in the background with Melina. If he was this uncomfortable about a dance, then clearly this guy was not okay with sharing his own wife with other people. To make things worse, Destiny also seems like the kind of guy who would rationalize bad behavior from someone close to him, and in this case his wife, just so he can avoid conflict or assert himself. The dynamic of an open relationship just creates this unnecessary tension. Sure, there's some tension in monogamous relationships, and they aren't exactly always perfect either, but you will find that letting your partner have other partners is not the answer. We guess the perfect open marriage can exist if both partners are like-minded and simultaneously come up with the idea. But the thing is, this is very unlikely. Open marriages are rarely a mutual decision. Whether both parties realize it or not, someone decides to give into it. It is blindsided and devastating, so some people tend not to even process the proposal of an open relationship at the moment. We believe more people need to see an open marriage for what it really is. Technically, the only difference between an open marriage and infidelity is obtaining permission from, most likely, a blindsided partner. And that's why open marriages do not work. Or do they? We have seen couples celebrate 40 and even 50 years together, no matter how rare that is in the modern world we live in today. It does happen. But we bet you haven't come across an open marriage that lasted that long. But by all means, have an open relationship or marriage if that is what truly speaks to you as a person. Maybe make sure you are emotionally mature enough to communicate your feelings and personal needs at every point in time. And maybe don't be like Destiny and consider getting a prenup.